Hey everybody, so I purchased I purchased a lot of game over the summer. I find that because we were moving and I couldn't play the games and I had them all packed, and I made a point of not unpacking them until we were kind of fully set up or mostly set up in the house. I didn't play games for a long time, so it's kind of scratched that itch. I just bought games instead. A couple of times a friend of mine was selling some games to help raise money for stuff, so you know, it was a good deed. I had to do it. And then most everything I bought was secondhand or at a really good deal. A couple were just, you know, not. It was just full retail. But so I'm opening today Fantasy Realm. This is one that I think I bought this from Meeple and Milkshake, or Milkshake and Meeple, or something like that, possibly. And it's one that I've heard lots of good things about. Now, I gotta say, looking at it, it looks like it's like, oh, you know, this is one of those really old games that's still so good now today. But it won Kennerspiel des Jahres. Oh, it was nominated for Kennerspiel des Jahres in 2021. So, from the look of it, this doesn't look like a 2021 game to me. It just kind of has that old style game, but yeah. It also has a recommendation from Shut Up and Sit Down, which I'm a big fan of. I really enjoy their YouTube channel and all their game reviews that they do. It's very entertaining. So yeah, let's have a look. So it says, build your realm one card at a time. And this is a 2-player game, which is nice to have 2-player games sometimes. Oh, it is not. It includes a 2-player variant, but it is a 3 to 6-player game, which is also really great because then we can play with the whole family. So I could play just Lee, or we could play everybody, or anywhere in between. This is great. All right, let's have a look at what it looks like inside. Alrighty, so we have the rule book. So you see, it's so beige looking. It just kind of has that old-fashioned game look to it. That's what I thought it was. But I mean, like, despite that, it's getting really good reviews. So then that's good. It has a score pad. There's like, and it's double-sided. So each one would be 2 games. Like that's a lot of games to play here. Okay, we'll see how many of those be. I'll probably end up laminating one, so it doesn't matter, but okay. And this is the game. Cards, that's it. It's a card game. And I do like card games. Well, I'm Acadian, right? We grew up playing cards all the time. Good old-fashioned deck of cards, and you just played crib or all these other variant that you could do. And like, you can do so many variant with crib, with cards. And then like Queen of Spades in French, Dame de Pique, was like one that we played all the time. That and crib. So yeah. So I mean, it's not beige, it's red, but even though it's red and orange, it has that beige feel. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not saying I dislike it. I'm just saying it has that old-fashioned game look to it. Maybe that's what they were going for, obviously, because that's what they got. So we have, now I was just kind of looking. These ones say land, and then they're all kind of different cards. And these ones say flood, and then again, all different type of cards. Then we have weather, so rainstorm, blizzard, all these different ones. Then we have flame and wildfire, candle, forge, army, and then wizards, and then leader. Now I've watched a few tutorial on this one just to kind of get a sense of it, and then they all have different number value to it. So the mountain, for example, has 9 here, but it says bonus plus 50 with both smoke and wildfire. So if you end up with smoke and wildfire in your hand along with the mountain, then you would get a bonus 50 points. It also clears the penalty on all floods. So if you ever have a penalty because you have a flood card, this would clear that. So, you know what it reminds me of? If you've ever played Red Rising, where you kind of trying to make it so that you have in your hand cards that works together that gives you extra points. This is what this feels like. So I don't know who inspired who, but it has that feel to it. But this is a card. So from what I understand, you have so many cards in your hand, you're going to be drawing, discarding until you have a combination in your hand that is as profitable as you can and have like that works well with each other so you can get as high a score as possible. I think it did say it's a fairly quick game. 20-minute game, so it plays pretty quickly. Players thrive to make the best combo with cards in their hand. You only get to score the 7 cards in your hand at the end of the game, so choose wisely. I'm not sure how many back and forth you get, because what triggers the end of the game here? Let's have a quick look. Those are the variants, so we're not going to go there. We're going to get ahead. Oh, like, so you have this whole rule book, and this one here is like, this is how you play, this is how you score. So this is the game here. So you have the overview here. In Fantasy Realm, you will draw cards from the deck or discard pile in order to form the best combo possible. Victory goes to the player with the highest points. Every card contains 4 pieces of information: its name, its suits, its base strength, and its bonus and or penalties. So the game ends when there are 10 cards in the discard area. That's it. As soon as there's 10 cards in the discard area, done. That sounds, you know, like, it sounds so simple, but it sounds like one of those games that is just genius in its simplicity. So, you know, so if you're not quite ready, then it would make sense to draw from the discard pile so you're not, but then you're not drawing anything new, so it makes more sense. You know what that one is like Lost Cities, where when the discard pile or the draw pile is done, it ends the game. And if you still need more time to play your cards down because you need to complete your expedition, then you're going to draw from the discard pile instead of the draw pile to try to get these out of your hand. So this kind of looks like it'll have that kind of feel to it. But then by doing that, you're not drawing potential card that you might need. Like, you're grabbing stuff that's been discarded already. So, okay, I'm excited to play this. I mean, like I said, I've heard great reviews about this. Okay, it's going to be great. Yeah. Yeah. Well, so that seems really interesting, and I'm excited to give it a try. So that was the unboxing of Fantasy Realms. Bye, everybody.